Hello there, my name is Rachel. I usually talk about animation, and today I do a segment I like to call Abandoned Animated Films. I only do this once a long time ago. Depends if it's really nothing new to talk about. I come back, pick up sort of a random animated movie and talk about it. But a specific animated movie that is not sort of mainstream, because there are a lot of good animated films, also bad, also in between, like okay, but usually they're not talking about it because they're not Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks or Illumination. Usually they just talk about the big 4 or 5 well-known animations. I'd like to talk about sort of the underground animated films that could be good, could be not, depends on you, the reason why you click. But you like me, you like to look for new animated films, something interesting just to see. This is your channel, because today we gotta talk about something very unique. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The movie called Checkered Ninja, the original title called Fight-ternet Ninja, if I said that correctly. This was actually made on Dutch, if I'm correct. Correct down below. But the only problem is because I don't know much about this, especially because it's based on a famous book, and also the information I'm trying to look for, I can't really find anything. Just the title, name, why they changed it, and the cost, and that's it. I don't really have much information because supposedly this movie is based on a book or comic book, because the credit scenes at the end of the movie says comic book. Yeah, look at Wikipedia to see more information about it. It says supposed to be based on a novel book, so I'm sort of confused. Is it based on both of them, one of them, or they just mistranslation? I don't know. But if you're interested enough to wonder, this is based in a book, but it's actually made for kids. In a way, yes and no. Honestly, I don't know, because of different country, different rules of rating for kids. You just sort of confuse what is good for the kids, not good for the adults. One of the big examples is America and Canada. Americans have like Y7, Canadians have Y8. But the difference of both ratings is Canadians are allowed to talk about sex, drugs, and violence on a Y family channel. And a Y7 channel in America, we are not allowed to say any of that. We can sort of wink and not say some sort of things, but not directly saying some sort of subject matter if we're not allowed to say a Pacific Samurai cartoon. And they can't. That's what I mean. Depends on sort of where you go, what it's okay or not. This is the thing you keep in the mind, because the first 10 minutes on this movie, you'll be shocked. I mean, wow. I wasn't expecting that. The reason I want to watch and review this movie, because I sort of accidentally found this by this YouTube channel that just does recap stories, that just recap the movie, what it is, but never really have commentary about the movie, what they actually think, just breaking down what this movie is, and that's it. But it got me interested is because what in the comment section says, they said this is made for kids, and they're sort of shocked that I was sort of tired of hearing, because usually once in a while you hear that someone saying it online or face to face, like, oh my god, I never thought this is meant for kids. It's too scary, too deep, too dark for kids. Yeah, I was always saying, where were you? I mean, you're like very behind, because this is normal. This is what cartoons really is. Usually normal family cartoon do push it on the max of a movie now, or a TV series, because they're not afraid. They want to go deeper, darker, or even funnier, at least with reason. But Checkered Ninja is one of those films that is just so messed up, but at the same time so well made. It's shocking because they do so many things that, like, wow, you're allowed to do that in the PG, at least I'm assuming PG, because you don't know if this is made for kids or teenager or adults, because this movie, they kill off a character, a sort of a villain who only show up basically 4 minutes, 3 minutes at the very beginning, 1 minute at the very end, that this guy you're supposed to hate because he's evil. Yeah, I don't talk about Saturday morning cartoon evil or Disney evil. I mean, this person could be a real person in real life, because this guy abused kids in Thailand to work in a workshop. If he doesn't do what he wants, he beats them with a stick. Not a thin stick, a switch. A thick stick, and beats him up. But I love it even more. I mean, I sound kind of disturbed, but as the movie shows you, the guy who run this sees the other guy beating the kid and stopping beating with the kid with the stick. He give it to him and he finished the job. He just beat him. This thing lasts almost a minute. Just seeing this guy being a child. You will see the image. You just see the shadow, the thunderstorm, and the emotion of everybody's reaction. Like, what happened? This kid died with this man's hand. But it's something so interesting. He's just so legitimately kind of real instead of disturbing, like especially what he says, like, if I don't do it, someone else do it, but why not me? Why not I be the criminal to do things? Because let's face it, this is how real life really is. You take advantage because you can, and that is just so real. Like, that sort of disturbed me a little bit. This is saying a lot, because I'm the type of guy who love animation and watch 80 type of animation, but there's sometimes they usually just one movie, one TV series just sort of surprise me, and this film does. Now, explaining the story, it's sort of hard to explain because it does so many things. Also, for a little time, because this would be like an hour and 10 or hour and 15 minutes, but it does so many things. But also the story is sort of basic, because when this man dies, a dog came alive to hunt it down and punish this guy. But you still think this is still a family friendly kind of deal. It kind of is, because this ninja toy who actually comes alive, trying to figure out where this guy, but the only information you have is sort of a credit card and a name. But unfortunately, he got sort of captured. People thought this is a regular toy. I give it to my kid, especially this uncle who give this kid called Alex, who is a normal ass kid, normal life. He's sort of shy, he's sort of timid, life sucks. He's basically Harry Potter or Cinderella. Yeah, it's the best way to describe it. But till this ninja comes in, this toy talks to him and convinces him, I can fix your life, I can make you better, I can make you confident, I can make the chat out of you. And the kid like, okay, I'm a little disturbed, but why not? Why not? This could be a possibility. But there's a twist. The ninja make a deal with him. You help me, I help you. You get it? You finish this, you help me automatically. But because the kid doesn't know better, he doesn't understand the situation he actually is, he says yes. If he did, he sort of he beat up the bully, he gets the girl, he is now the popular kid in middle school. The same story you hear hundreds of times, but they make this so interesting. They twist it. They kind of make you understand your life is meaningless. I mean, it's your kind of moral righteousness that you believe you earn everything. You didn't earn anything. You earn it because the toy, I give you everything. Now pay back the deal I made to you. But the kid becomes sort of cocky and push him away. And he's like, don't worry, I can help you, but when I'm ready. That's the thing, like the kid is just sort of kind of real in a way sometimes, especially how the whole world is built. It's almost like a Stephen King kid book. If you've seen a Stephen King movie or Stephen King book, all the adults are just assholes, unlikable, or even dangerous, murderous type of feeling. All the adults are like that, but at the same time, it's sort of justified, because there's one point that Alex, our main character, kind of fights with his bully, but instead of being blamed because this sort of kind of Stephen King type of world, you think he'll be punished. No, this movie is sort of justified being assholes because other assholes recognize other assholes. Like, no, no, no. You see, this kid is a good kid. You just an ass. Yeah, I don't like you. Yeah, I like that sort of terminology. I like that sort of thought pattern because it feels justified. Of course, each character, or at least specifically adults, are not good people. Especially Alex's dad and Alex's stepbrother. Both of them are very questionable people. Especially his father figure stepdad. He is sort of kind of creepy, sort of pathetic. Even his uncle calls him a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm not lying. That's exact words the movie says. His uncle. In fact, all through the movie, everybody cuss. And that's the shocking thing. It's just like, wait, are you cussing? Non-stop. Piece of shit, piece of crap, you name it. It keeps going. And that's the thing, I just stopped the film like, who this meant for? This is meant for kids, or this is PG-13. That's what I love about this film, is because the art style feels kind of mainstream, kind of friendly. It throws you off a few seconds because this is not American, this is Dutch, so they love to do so many things. Specifically the Ninja doll, because he was sort of pissed off that Alex, he didn't the deal he made, he didn't accomplish half of a deal of him. So he decided to kill his brother and his family. Yes, they go there. Yes, he has a story about the step. Yes, this became specifically Chucky. Yeah, it's not that dark, but it goes some places you just stop, you just wonder, okay. It's just a shock because not just that, they do other many things and many side stories that sort of resolve at the very end, but it's just sort of a mind blower because you wasn't expecting they would do that. Especially the reason why the ninja does certain things is because he's sort of a justice type of character that he's especially dedicated life to punish the wicked, especially with the main villain that he only showed up for 3 to 4 minutes in this movie. He had to fight him and kill him and justified his vengeance of him because he killed a child. And this is the thing, the ninja character never really explained this to Alice, at least not to the fullest. But I love that it told this toy to Alex, you're a hypocrite. And I love it here turning back, no, you're a hypocrite. Because they fall into, should we kill someone for justice or not? Or we could do the kind of like neutral way, let people, the cops, take over. But I love it, they do have a conversation. What is right, what is wrong? What is the right way to do things? And that's sort of deep, interesting thought that I wasn't expecting. Especially how the ninja talked to Alex, like, your life is simple, it's not complicated. You make it complicated because you choose to make it complicated. You want to talk to the girl you like, you can. You want to beat up the bully, or at least confront the bully to back off, to limit, you can. You can do that, you have it. You just need a push. But everything he earned, he didn't earn. The ninja did it for him. But at the same time, you understand why he did it for him? Because his life kind of sucks. Once again, that's why I compare it of Harry Potter and not Rapunzel, Cinderella. That sort of comparison makes sense of this type of film. But at the same time, you call it hypocrite to the ninja also, because this is the reason why I love it, because both ideas of justice, like, yeah, it makes sense. Both sides are sort of hypocrite. You assassinate a person who is truly evil, or let the cops arrest them and basically put them in prison. Both of them are right, both are wrong. It sort of depends on your point of view, and this movie challenged that point of view. Now the question is, did it deliver? And it's something that I really can't say, because it depends on your morals, what you believe was right or wrong. And that's why this movie is just so good. This is the reason it kind of blew my mind, because I wasn't ready for it. Once again, does it land all the things they do with this film? No. I have to face it. I think a good 70% it works. 30% I feel needed more time, but at the same time I don't think they have the budget to actually do it, especially the animation. The animation is not high art, it's sort of low for a reason, because this is Dutch, you don't know the budget, they only earned 2 million some, but it was successful to make a sequel. I've not yet seen it, depends on this review. People like this review. If they are, I'll probably do the second part later on in the future. But for right now, I recommend to watch this. Even as could be sort of uncompromising, because there are moments that I was not sure I want to see this, because it does have certain questionable moments. I just stop and think, what did I watch? I mean, I watched something very simple but very questionable. I like that, but at the same time, it depends on you. You feel this movie did execute it correctly, because it's one of those movies you kind of question all through the film. But again, it's one of those films that I kind of recommend but warn, because this is one of the films that you have a child who you want to see this film. I have to say, you have to watch it yourself and make a certain assumption. This is good enough for my kid or not, because they do a lot of things very questionable. They have drugs, they have violence, they have murders, they have sexual kind of connotation, especially the stepdad. He's a very scummy, questionable guy. You see the movie, you know what I meant. Now, I got nothing else to say, just one question. You see the film, you like it, do you hate it? You even know the film exists. I kind of find it by accident. Now, I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.